coffee's cold on the kitchen wood. I left your chair right where it stood, because moving it feels like a final goodbye, and I'm not ready for the well to run dry. I still buy the bread that you used to like. I still take the long way on my evening bike, past the house with the fence where we carved out our names. Now the wood is just rotting in the November rain, and I can't forget the way your laughter sounded like a steady shore where my ship was grounded. Now I'm drifting out where the water gets deep, with a mountain of promises I couldn't keep. They say time is a healer, a thief and a friend, but I'm stuck in the chapter where we had to eat. I can't forget, no matter how hard I try. I'm still living in the shadow of your last goodbye. Is a tenant that won't pay the rent in the hollowed out spaces where our summers were spent. There's a dent in the pillow, a scent on the sheet of the lavender soap that made life feel so sweet. I saw a blue car just like yours, and I felt my heart hammer against all the doors of the cage I built up to keep myself sane. But the sunlight just highlights the cracks in the paint. Is it easier for you? Do you sleep through the night? Do you look at the stars and feel perfectly right? Or do you catch a stray thought in the middle of a crowd and wish you could scream my name out loud? Because I'm tracing the ghost of your hand in the dark, trying to find a cold ember to give me a spark. But I can't forget the way your laughter sounded like a steady shore where my ship was grounded. But I can't forget the way your laughter sounded like a steady shore where my ship was grounded. Now I'm drifting out where the water gets deep, with a mountain of promises I couldn't keep. They say time is a healer, a thief and a friend, but I'm stuck in the chapter where we had to end. I can't forget it, no matter how hard I try. I'm still living in the shadow of your last goodbye. The moon is a sliver, the sky is a bruise. I'm counting the pieces I'm destined to lose. I'll leave the light on just in case you get lost, even though I know what the waiting will cost. I can't forget, I won't forget. The ghost of us is all I have left. The closet is half empty now, a skeletal display of all the parts of us that you decided to convey. I found your silver earring in the crack of the floorboard, a tiny piece of treasure that I can't afford to hoard. We used to speak in shorthand, a language only we knew. Now I'm stuttering in silence, trying to find the view from the window of a life where you are by my side. Just a map of all the places where our futures die. You were the pulse in the wrist of my day, only reason I didn't just drift away. Like a book I'd memorized every line, every sign, back when I could still say that you were mine. Now the mine is a hollow, a canyon, a ghost, and I'm the one haunting the things I love most. You were mine like the air, like the gravity's pull. Now I'm half empty, you're still full. I went through love, the one that cracked me on life. I sat in the booth where we argued all night about names for a dog we were never gonna get, and how much of the world we hadn't seen yet. The waitress asked for you and I choked on the tea, because you has become such a stranger to me. It's the muscle memory of reaching for your hand, only to grasp at the shifting dry sand. There's a cruelty in how the sun keeps coming up, in the way the coffee still fills the same cup. The world didn't stop when you walked out the door, it just grew a little colder than it was before. And I'm jealous of the people who don't know your name, who don't have to live in the wreck of this flame. You were the pulse in the wrist of my day, only reason I didn't just drift away. Like a book I memorized every line, every sign, back when I could still say that you were mine. Now the mine is a hollow, a canyon, a ghost, and I'm the one haunting the things I love most. You were mine like the air, like the gravity's pull. Now I'm half empty and you're still full. You were mine in the winter, you were mine in the spring. Now you're just the weight of a gold-plated ring. I can't bring myself to throw in the sea. You were mine, but you were meant for me. The map is still open on passenger seat, to a town we never quite managed to reach. The engine is humming a low steady moan in a driveway that's suddenly much too alone. I'm looking at snapshots of us in the sun, before the slow leaking of us had begun. It wasn't a crash or a violent sound, just the quietest sinking into the ground. We're standing right here the edge of the map, in the silence that fell in the middle of the gap. It's not where we started or where we intended. It's just a colder where the story has ended. I'm tracing the footprints that stop at the shore, where I love you doesn't mean stay anymore. This is the border, the break in the line, the place where your life stopped tangled in mine. The clock in the hallway is ticking too loud, in a house that feels more like a heavy gray cloud. I found a list of the things we would do, like painting the kitchen a soft dusty blue. Now the brushes are dry and the cans are all sealed, and the wound that we ignored has never quite healed. We're strangers in rooms that we built with our hands, building our castles on shifting wet sands. If I look back now, can I see the first crack? The moment the lights started fading to black. Or was it so slow that we didn't even notice? The petals were falling right off of the lotus. We're here at the exit, the final red light, and I'm losing the will to put up a fight. We're standing right here at the edge of the map, in the silence that found the middle of the gap. It's not where we started or where we intended. It's just the colder where the story has ended. I'm tracing the footprints that stop at the shore, where I love you doesn't mean stay anymore. This is the border, the break in the line, the place where your life stopped tangled in mine. This is where we ended, not with a bang but a sigh, under a wide and indifferent sky. I'll leave the keys on the hook by the door. I don't live at this address anymore. Where we ended, just where we ended. The calendar page is a frozen white sheet, a month full of boxes I'll never quite meet. The radio plays that one song that you hated, but I leave it on till the melodies faded. I'm learning the sound of a house when it's hollow, of the bitter dry pills that are harder to swallow. I wake up at 4 and I reach for your sight, but the ocean is out and I'm caught in the tide. After you're gone, the colors are muted, like a garden of lilies that's been uprooted. The clock on the mantle is heavy and slow, with nowhere to be and nowhere to go. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a shadow on stairs, breathing in oxygen nobody shares. The world's still turning, but the light is all wrong in the wreckage of after. Now that you're gone, I went to the market and bought food for two. Before I remember, there isn't a you. I stood in the aisle with a heart like a stone, surrounded by people and deeply alone. Your coat's on the hook, looking ready to wear, as if any second you walk through the air. And tell me you're sorry for staying away, and we'll laugh at the grief of a Saturday. But the silence is louder than any goodbye. It's the never again in a cloud-covered sky. It's the movies we started but never will finish, the fire we let every winter diminish. I'm left with the embers, I'm left with the ash, in the quiet that followed the thunder and crash. After you're gone, the colors are muted, like a garden of lilies that's been uprooted. The clock on the mantle is heavy and slow, with nowhere to be and nowhere to go. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a shadow on stairs, breathing in oxygen nobody shares. The world's still turning, but the light is all wrong in the wreckage of after. Now that you're gone, now that you're gone, now that you're gone, the tea's getting cold. The stories we started will never be told. I'm just a witness to what we once were, a blur in the lens, a beautiful slur. After you're gone, I'm still here. I was reading the footnotes while the chapters collapse, ignoring the distance and the time that had lapsed. I saw the gold in the troughs and the light in the gray, while you were already 1,000 miles away. I polished the silver while the roof was on fire, and tuned up the strings of a broken down line. I call it devotion, I called it the soul, but I was just staring at a bottomless hole. I was blind to the way that you looked at the door, like a prisoner counting the cracks in the floor. I was deaf to the silence, a cold in your tone, building a kingdom while I sat there alone. I saw a future where you saw a ghost. I was the one who was loving the most. I was blind, yeah, I was blind at the end to the break in the wood that I couldn't quite feeding a fire that hasn't a spark. Now the scales are all falling, they're hitting the ground, and the truth is the only unbearable sound. It wasn't a secret, it wasn't a heist. You were leaving in stages, and I was enticed by the ghost of a feeling, the shadow of us, while the engine was turning to powder and rust. I was blind to the way that you looked at the door, like a prisoner counting the cracks in the floor. I was deaf to the silence, the cold in your tone, building a kingdom while I sat there alone. I saw a future where you saw a ghost. I was the one who was loving the most. I was blind, yeah, I was blind to the end, to the break in the wood that I couldn't quite mend. Now I see it all, the bags in the hallway, the shadow on the wall, the way you pull back when I reach for your hand. It's a desolate view of a hollowed out land. I was blind, but I'm looking now, and I finally see that you were never looking at me. I was the anchor and you were the sail, but I was the one always doomed to fail. I brought the matches, the wood and the spark, while you were content just to sit in the dark. I poured my heart in a glass with a crack, giving you everything, getting half back. I told myself patience and love is a choice, but I was just drowning the sound of my voice. I needed a fire, but you were a breeze. I was a forest and you were the leaves. I needed a hand that would reach for my own, instead of a heart made of cold polished stone. I was building a temple, a life and a floor, but I was just knocking on a locked up door. I loved you with everything, right to the core, but the truth is, my darling, I needed more. You gave me the crumbs and I called it a feast. I looked for the angel and ignored the beast. You gave me your silence when I needed a word, the loneliest sound that I ever have heard. I lived on the Maybach maybe, and someday we'll be. Until the forever ran right out of me. It's a heavy realization, a weight in the chest, that I was just someone who filled up your rest. I'm tired of being the only one trying to keep a dead garden from shriveling and dying. I'm tired of making excuses for why you can't look me straight in the soul and not lie. I'm worth a devotion that doesn't feel small. I'm worth the climb and I'm worth the fall. I needed a fire, but you were a breeze. I was a forest and you were the leaves. I needed a hand that would reach for my own, instead of a heart made of cold polished stone. I was building a temple, a life and a floor, but I was just knocking on a locked up door. I loved you with everything, right to the core, but the truth is, my darling, I needed more than the shadows, more than the fight, more than the moments you claimed you were mine. I'm walking away with my heart on the floor, because I finally admitted I needed more. I'm relearning the shape of a Saturday night, without shaking the hallway or tingling the light. The hair in the room feels remarkably thin, at the heights with the windows all could put in. I aim to define every heartbeat by you, by the plans that we made and the dreams we pursued. But now there's a silence that sits in your jaw, a heavy invisible weight in the air. What is love without you? It's a word in the ring, a map with no city, a track with no train. It's a ghost of a feeling, a spark in the dark, a cold empty bench in a desolate park. I'm walking through crowds and I'm speaking the lines, but I'm lost in the space between all of the signs. It's a beautiful concept that I can't renew, because I don't know the meaning of love without you. I saw a young couple just starting their climb, and I wanted to warn them time of gravity and time. How forever can shrink to a maybe so fast, and how the best versions of us never last. I tried to imagine a hand in my own that wasn't the one that I'd already known. But my skin has a memory, a stubborn old trait of waiting for someone who's already late. Is it just a habit I haven't quite broken? The I love yous that now go completely unspoken? Or is it a part of my DNA now, the us that I promised with every vow? I'm a bird with no sky, I'm a ship with no suit, looking for versions of you inside me. What is love without you? It's a word in the rain, a map with no city, a track with no train. It's a ghost of a feeling, a spark in the dark, a cold empty bench in a desolate park. I'm walking through crowds and I'm speaking the lines, but I'm lost in the space between all of the signs. It's a beautiful concept that I can't renew, because I don't know the meaning of love without you. Maybe the colors will come back in time. Maybe the mountain is easy to climb, but today it's just gray, and today it's just blue. Just a long, lonely lesson in love without you. Love without you. I'm still looking for you. I'm keeping the day on late for the north, to drown out the ghosts of our laughter and death. The echo is heavy, it sits on my chest. 나의 그 시담 that nobody's ever confessed. I walk through your grow hairy store aisles in and out, caught in a flicker of us in the wind. I should know exactly what you'd want for tea. Not the only opinion that matters to me. And my lonely heart is a wide open place, waiting for seasons that won't rim the road. It's a house with no roof and a door with no key, just a hollowed out space where you used to be. I'm talking to shadows and tracing the dust in a kingdom of used to, and walking down on trust. It's beating a rhythm that I can impart. The slow, steady ache of my lonely heart. I found your old sweater, the one with the tear. I held it so close till I felt you were there. But the scent is just detergent and cold winter air, and I am left with a handful of nothing is there. People say get out and find someone new, as if my whole history didn't start with you. But they don't see the roots that go deep in the soil, or the way that my blood has begun to slow boil. Is it supposed to be this quiet, this still? Does the world just go on against every will? I'm a pilot with no one to tell where to fly, just circling the why in a star-heavy sky. I'm not looking for pity or a hand I can hold. I'm just trying to survive in a heart that's gone cold. My lonely heart is a wide open plain, waiting for seasons that won't bring the rain. It's a house with no roof and a door with no key, just a hollowed out space where you used to be. I'm talking to shadows and tracing the dust in a kingdom of used to and broken down trust. It's beating a rhythm that I can't impart. The slow, steady ache of my lonely heart. It's a heavy old thing, waiting for songs that it can't even sing. I'll leave the porch light on just for the glow, even though I've got nowhere left to go. My lonely heart, just my lonely heart. The seasons are shifting, the leaves turn to gold, but I'm still a story that hasn't been told. I watch the polluters, the faces, the umbrellas, ignoring the warnings from all the fortune tellers. They say you're a ghost, just a blur in the glass, but I'm still standing here, letting the years pass. I've kept your old keys in the bowl by the door, even though you don't live on this earth anymore. And I'm still waiting for you in the middle of May, when the sky is too blue and the world is too gay. I'm a statue in winter, a stone in the stream, caught in the loop of a recurring dream. They tell me to let go on the porch till the stars start to blue, because my only purpose is still waiting for you. I went to the station where we said goodbye, under a heavy and charcoal gray sky. I look at the clock and I count every beat, searching for your shadow on every street. I know it's a madness, a slow motion fall, to keep staring at pictures on a quieted wall. But the thought of moving on feels like a sin, like opening the door and letting the winter in. Is it loyalty, darling, or is it a curse to carry your name like a heavy old purse? I'm a lighthouse for a ship that was lost at the sea, waiting for a version of you to find me. But the ocean is empty, the horizon is flat, and I'm just a fool in a tattered old hat. And I'm still waiting for you in the middle of May, when the sky is too blue and the world is too gay. I'm a statue in winter, a stone in the stream, caught in the loop of a recurring dream. They tell me to let go, to breathe and amend, but how do you finish a book with no end? So I'll sit on the porch till the stars start to blue, because my only purpose is still waiting for you. Still waiting, the light's getting low, but I've got nowhere else that I'm supposed to go. I'll stay right here where the memories grew, still waiting, always waiting for you. The silence is a heavy coat I wear throughout the day. It's the only thing you left behind that hasn't stripped away. I'm clearing out the medicine chest, the bottles and the glass, watching all the shadows of our conversations pass. The kitchen table's grown too wide, the hallway's grown too long. I'm humming just to fill the air, but I've forgotten every song. I used to know the rhythm of your breathing in the dark. Now I'm just a pilot trying to land without a spark. And the world didn't stop, it just turned a new shade of a color so lonely, it's starting to fade. The map in my pocket is torn at the seam. Now you're gone and I'm losing the dream. I'm a house with no windows, a bird with no sky, just a long hollow echo of your last goodbye. The us that I knew is a ghost in the dawn, and I'm just a wreckage now that you're gone. I saw your handwriting on the grocery list today. Buy more coffee, it said, in your usual messy way. I nearly put the bag in the cart before I froze in the middle of the aisle, where the bitter wind blows. It's the muscle memory of a life I don't own, a painful reminder that I'm standing here alone. I'm looking for your face in every passing silver car, but you're light years away like a burned out star. Is there a place where the memories go, where the I love yous don't have to put on a show? I'm tired of the pity and the give it some time, when I'm the one left with a mountain to climb. You took all the oxygen, you took all the light, and left me to bargain with the middle of the night. And the world didn't stop, it just turned a new shade of a color so lonely it's starting to fade. The map in my pocket is torn at the seam. Now you're gone and I'm losing the dream. I'm a house with no windows, a bird with no sky, just a long hollow echo of your last goodbye. The us that I knew is a ghost in the dawn, and I'm just a wreckage now that you're gone. Now you're gone, the tea's gone cold, the greatest story that was never quite told. I lock the door and I'll turn out the light, but I'm still gonna miss you in the middle of the night. Now you're gone, yeah, now you're gone. The coffee's cold on the kitchen wood. I left your chair where it stood, because moving it feels like a final goodbye. And I'm not ready for the well to run dry. I still buy the bread that you used to like. I still buy the bread that you used to like. I still take the long way on my evening bike, past the house with the fence where we carved out our names. Now the wood is just rotting in the November room, and I can't forget the way your laughter sounded like a steady shore when my share was grounded. Now I'm drifting out where the water gets deep, with a mountain of promises I couldn't keep. They say time is a healer, a thief and a friend, but I'm stuck in the chapter where we had to end. I can't forget, no matter how hard I try. I'm still living in the shadow of your last goodbye. Your ghost is a tenant that won't pay the rent, in the hollowed out spaces where our summers were spent. There's a dent in the pillow, a scent on the sheet of the lavender soap that made life feel so sweet. I saw a blue car that looked just like yours, and I felt my heart hammer against all the doors of the cage I built up to keep myself sane. But the sunlight just highlights the cracks in the paint. Is it easier for you? Do you sleep through the night? Do you look at the stars and feel perfectly right? Or do you catch a stray thought in the middle of a crowd and wish you could scream my name out loud? Because I'm tracing the ghost of your hand in the dark, trying to find a cold ember to give me a spark. But I can't forget the way your laughter sounded like a steady shore where my ship a sliver, the sky is a bruise. I'm counting the pieces I'm destined to lose. I leave the light on just in case you get lost. Even though I know what the waiting will cost, I can't forget, I won't forget. The ghost of us is all I have left. The closet is half empty now, a skeletal display of all the parts of us that you decided to convey. I found your silver earring in the crack of the floor, a tiny piece of treasure that I can't afford to hoard. We used to speak in shorthand, a language only we knew. Now I'm stuttering in silence, trying to find the view from the window of a life where you aren't by my side. Just a map of all the places where our futures died. You were the pulse in the rest of my day, the only reason I didn't just drift away. Like a book I'd memorized every line, every sign, back when I could still say that you were mine. Now the mind is a hollow, a canyon, a ghost, and I'm the one haunting the things I love most. You were mine like the air, like the gravity's pull. Now I'm half empty and you're still full. I went to our cafe, the one with the cracked neon light, and sat in the booth where we argued all night about names for a dog we were never gonna get, and how much of the world we hadn't seen yet. The waitress asked for you, and I choked on the tea, because you has become such a stranger to me. It's the muscle memory of reaching for your hand, only to grasp at the shifting dry sand. There's a cruelty in how the sun keeps coming up, and the way the coffee still fills the same cup. The world didn't stop when you walked out the door, it just grew a little colder than it was before. And I'm jealous of the people who don't know your name, who don't have to live in the wreck of this flame. You were the pulse and the rest of my day, the only reason I didn't just drift away. Like a book I'd memorized every line, every sign, back when I could still say that you were mine. Now the mind is a hollow, a canyon, a ghost, and I'm the one haunting the things I love most. You were mine like the air, like the gravity's pull. Now I'm half empty and you're still full. Just the weight of a gold-plated ring. I can't bring myself to throw in the sea. You were mine, but you weren't meant for me. The map is still open on the passenger seat to a town we never quite managed to reach. The engine is humming a low, steady moan in a driveway that's suddenly much too alone. I'm looking at snapshots of us in the sun before the slow leaking of us had begun. It wasn't a crash or a violent sound, just the quietest sinking into the ground. We're standing right here at the edge of the map, and the silence that fell in the middle of the gap. It's not where we started or where we intended. It's just the colder where the story is ended. I'm tracing the footprints that stop at the shore where I love you doesn't mean stay anymore. This is the border, the break in the line, the place where your life stopped tangled in mine. The clock in the hallway is ticking too loud in a house that feels more like a heavy gray cloud. I found a list of the things we would do, like painting the kitchen a soft dusty blue. Now the brushes are dry and the cans are all sealed, and the wound that we ignored has never quite healed. We're strangers in rooms that we built with our hands, building our castles on shifting wet sand. If I look back now, can I see the first crack? The moment the light started fading to black. Or was it so slow that we didn't even notice? The petals were falling right off of the lotus. We're here at the exit, the final red light, and I'm losing the will to put up a fight. We're standing right here at the edge of the map, in the silence that fell in the middle of the gap. It's not where we started or where we intended. It's just the colder where the story is ended. I'm tracing the footprints that stop at the shore where I love you doesn't mean stay anymore. This is the border, the break in the line, the place where your life stopped tangled in mine. This is where we ended, not with a bang but a sigh, under a wide and indifferent sky. I'll leave the keys on the hook by the door. I don't live at this address anymore. Where we ended, just where we ended. The calendar page is a frozen white sheet, a month full of boxes I'll never quite meet. The radio plays that one song that you hated, but I leave it on till the melodies faded. I'm learning the sound of a house when it's hollow, of the bitter dry pills that are harder to swallow. I wake up at 4 and I reach for your side. but the ocean is out and I'm caught in the tide. After you're gone, the colors are muted like a garden of lilies that's been uprooted. The clock on the mantle is heavy and slow, with nowhere to be and nowhere to go. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a shadow on stairs, breathing in oxygen nobody shares. The world's still turning, but the light is all wrong in the wreckage of after, now that you're gone. I went to the market and bought food for two. Before I remember, there isn't a you. I stood in the aisle with a heart like a stone, surrounded by people and deeply alone. Your coat's on the hook, looking ready to wear, as if any second you'll walk through the air and tell me you're sorry for staying away, and we'll laugh at the grief of a Saturday. But the silence is louder than any goodbye. It's the never again in a cloud-covered sky. It's the movies we started but never will finish, the fire we let every winter diminish. I'm left with the embers, I'm left with the ash, in the quiet that followed the thunder and crash. After you're gone, the colors are muted like a garden of lilies that's been uprooted. The clock on the mantle is heavy and slow, with nowhere to be and nowhere to go. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a shadow on stairs, breathing in oxygen nobody shares. The world's still turning, but the light is all wrong in the wreckage of after, now that you're gone, now that you're gone. The tea's getting cold, the tea's getting cold. The stories we started will never be told. I'm just a witness to what we once were, a blur in the lens, a beautiful slur. After you're gone, I'm still here. I was reading the footnotes while the chapters collapsed, ignoring the distance and the time that had elapsed. I saw the gold in the dross and the light in the gray, while you were already 1,000 miles away. I polished the silver while the roof was on fire, and tuned up the strings of a broken down life. I called it devotion, I called it the soul, but I was just staring at a bottomless hole. I was blind to the way that you looked at the door, like a prisoner counting the cracks in the floor. I was deaf to the silence, the cold in your tone, building a kingdom while I sat there alone. I saw a future where you saw a ghost. I was the blind at the end to the break in the wood that I couldn't quite mend. You left little clues like breadcrumbs in dirt, but I swept them away so they wouldn't hurt. The late night work calls, the scent of a lie, the way that you never could look in my eyes. I painted a masterpiece over the rock and convinced myself that you were something you're not. It's a special kind of lonely, a special kind of dark, to keep feeding a fire that hasn't a spark. Now the scales are all falling, they're hitting the ground, and the truth is the only unbearable sound. It wasn't a secret, it wasn't a hide. You were leaving in stages, and I was enticed by the ghost of a feeling, the shadow of us, while the engine was turning to powdered rust. I was blind to the way that you looked at the door, like a prisoner counting the cracks in the floor. I was deaf to the silence, the cold in your tone, building a kingdom while I sat there alone. I saw a future where you saw a ghost. I was the one who was loving the most. I was blind, yeah, I was blind to the end, to the break in the wood that I couldn't quite mend. Now I see it all, the bags in the hallway, the shadow on the wall, the way you pulled back when I reached for your hand. It's a desolate view of a hollowed out land. I was blind, but I'm looking now, and I finally see that you were never looking at me. I was the anchor, and you were the sail, but I was the one always doomed to fail. I brought the matches, the wood and the spark, while you were content just to sit in the dark. I poured my heart in a glass with a crack, giving you everything, getting half back. I told myself patience and love is a choice, but I was just drowning the sound of my voice. I needed a fire, but you were a breeze. I was a forest, and you were the leaves. I needed a hand that would reach for my own, instead of a heart made of cold polished stone. I was building a temple, a life and a floor, but I was just knocking on a locked up door. I loved you with everything, right to the core. But the truth is, my darling, I needed more. You gave me the crumbs and I called it a feast. I looked for the angel and ignored the beast. You gave me your silence when I needed a word, the loneliest sound that I ever have heard. I lived on the maybe, and someday we'll be, until the forever ran right out of me. It's a heavy realization, a weight in the chest, that I was just someone who filled up your rest. I'm tired of being the only one trying to keep a dead garden from shriveling and dying. I'm tired of making excuses for why you can't look me straight in the soul and not lie. I'm worth a devotion that doesn't feel small. I'm worth the climb and I'm worth the fall. I needed a fire, but you were a breeze. I was a forest and you were the leaves. I needed a hand that would reach for my own, instead of a heart made of cold polished stone. I was building a temple, a life and a floor, but I was just knocking on a locked up door. I loved you with everything, right to the core. But the truth is, my darling, I needed more. More than the shadows, more than the fun, more than the moments you claimed you were mine. I'm walking away with my heart on the floor, because I find in it I needed more. I'm relearning the shape of a Saturday night, without checking the hallway or dimming the light. 네가 오늘 표정을 가져온, like a house with a window, all tapered in. I yet you define every heartbeat by you, by the plans that we made and the dreams we pursue. But now there's a silence that sits in your chart, a heavy, invisible weight in the air. It's a word in no name, a map with no city, a truck with no dream. It's a ghost of a feeling, a spark in the dark, a cold empty bench in a desolate park. I'm walking through crowds and I'm speeding the lines, but I'm lost in the space between I don't know the meaning of love without you. I saw a young couple just starting their climb, and I wanted to warn them of gravity in time, how forever can shrink to a maybe so fast, and how the best versions of us never last. I tried to imagine a hand in my own that wasn't the one that I'd already known, but my skin has a memory, a stubborn old trait of waiting for someone who's already late. Is it just a habit I haven't quite broken? The I love yous that now go completely unspoken? Or is it a part of my DNA now, the us that I promised with every vow? I'm a bird with no sky, I'm a ship with no sea, looking for versions of you inside me. What is love without you? It's a word in the rain, a map with no city, a track with no train. It's a ghost of a feeling, a spark in the dark, the cold empty bench in a desolate park. I'm walking through crowds and I'm speaking the lines, but I'm lost in the space between all of the signs. It's a beautiful concept that I can't renew, because I don't know the meaning of love without you. Maybe the colors will come back in time. Maybe the mountain is easy to climb, but today it's just gray, and today it's just blue. Just a long, lonely lesson in love without you. I'm still looking for you. I'm keeping the TV on late for the noise, to drown out the ghosts of our lives untold. 이 약간의 사비, it's 정말 잘 날 the secret that nobody else ever confessed. I walk through these streets for hours in a doze, caught in obstacle of us and the way. I used to know exactly what get on 40. Now the only opinion that matters has we. My lonely heart is your wide open plain, for seasons that won't bring the rain. It's a house with no roof and a door with no key, just a hollowed out songs would hear your recipe. I'm talking the shadow and traced to the dust in a kingdom I'm used to, and broken down trust is beating a rhythm that I can't impart. The slow, steady ache of my lonely heart. I found your old sweater, the one with the tear. I held it so close till I felt you were there. But the sand is just detergent and cold winter air, and I'm left with a handful of nothing is there. People say get out and find someone new, as if my whole history didn't start with you. But they don't see the roots that go deep in the soil, or the way that my blood has begun to slow boil. Is it supposed to be this quiet, this still? Does the world just go on against every will? I'm a pilot with no one to tell where to fly, just circling the star-heavy sky. I'm not looking for pity or a hand I can hold. I'm just trying to survive in a heart that's gone cold, and my lonely heart is a wide open plain, waiting for seasons that won't bring the rain. It's a house with no roof and a door with no key, just a hollowed out space where you used to be. I'm talking to shadows and tracing the dust in a kingdom I'm used to, and broken down trust. It's beating a rhythm that I can't impart. The slow, steady ache of my lonely heart, my lonely heart. It's a heavy old thing, waiting for songs that it can't even sing. I'll leave the porch light on just for the glow, even though I've got nowhere left to go. My lonely heart, just my lonely heart. The seasons are shifting, the leaves turn to gold, but I'm still the story that hasn't been told. I watch the commuters, the faces, the umbrellas, ignoring the warning from all the fortune tellers. They say you're a ghost, just a blur in the glass, but I'm still standing here, letting the years pass. I've kept kept your old keys in the bowl by the door. Even though you don't live on this earth anymore. And I'm still waiting for you in the middle of May, when the sky is too blue and the world is too gay. I'm a statue in winter, a stone in the stream, caught in the loop of a recurring dream. They tell me to let go, to breathe into mend, but how do you finish a book with no end? So I'll sit on the porch till the stars start to blue, because my only purpose is still waiting for you. I went to the station where we said goodbye, under a heavy and charcoal gray sky. I look at the clock and I count every beat, searching for your shadow on every street. I know it's a madness, a slow motion fall, to keep staring at pictures on a quieted wall. But the thought of moving on feels like a sin, like opening the door and letting the winter in. Is it loyalty, darling, or is it a curse to carry your name like a heavy old purse? I'm a lighthouse for a ship that was lost at the sea, waiting for a version of you to find me. But the ocean is empty, the horizon is flat, and I'm just a fool in a tattered old hat. And I'm still waiting for you in the middle of May, when the sky is too blue and the world is too gay. I'm a statue in winter, a stone in the stream, caught in the loop of a recurring dream. They tell me to let go, to breathe into men, but how do you finish a book with no end? So I'll sit on the porch till the stars start to blue, because my only purpose is still waiting for you. I'll stay right here where the memories grew, still waiting, always waiting for you, always waiting for you. Silence is a heavy coat I wear throughout the day. It's the only thing you left behind that hasn't stripped away. I'm clearing out the medicine chest, the bottles and the glass, watching all the shadows of our conversations pass. The kitchen table's grown too wide, the hallway's grown too long. I'm humming just to fill the air, but I've forgotten every song. I used to know the rhythm of your breathing in the dark. Now I'm just a pilot trying to land without a spark. And the world didn't stop, it just turned a new shade of a color so lonely, it's starting to fade. The map in my pocket is torn at the seam. Now you're gone and I'm losing the dream. I'm a house with no windows, a bird with no sky, just a long hollow echo of your last goodbye. The us that I knew is a ghost in the dawn, and I'm just the wreckage now that you're gone. I saw your handwriting on a grocery list today. Buy more coffee, it said, in your usual messy way. I nearly put the bag in the cart before I froze. In the middle of the aisle where the bitter wind blows, it's a muscle memory of a life I don't own, a painful reminder that I'm standing here alone. I'm looking for your face in every passing silver car, but you're light years away, like a burned out star. Is there a place where the memories go, where the I love yous don't have to put on a show? I'm tired of the pity and the give it some time, when I'm the one left with the mountain to climb. You took all the oxygen, you took all the light, and left me to bargain with the middle of the night. And the world didn't stop, it just turned a new shade of a color so lonely, it's starting to fade. The map in my pocket is torn at the seam. Now you're gone and I'm losing the dream. I'm a house with no windows, a bird with no sky, just a long hollow echo of your last goodbye. The us that I knew is a ghost in the dawn, and I'm just the wreckage now that you're gone. Now you're gone, the tea's gone cold, the greatest story that was never quite told. I'll lock the door and I'll turn out the light, but I'm still gonna miss you in the middle of the night. Now you're gone. Yeah, now you're gone. The silence didn't fall, it crashed through the ceiling, stripping the wallpaper, exposing the feeling. I stood in the hallway and watched your taillights bleed into a darkness that had everything I'd ever need. The air in the kitchen turned heavy as lead, with all of the laters will never get said. I touched the doorknob where your hand used to rest, and felt the ribs tightening around my chest. When you left, you took the color from the wall, you took the echo out of these empty halls. I felt the gravity shift beneath my feet as the us became me in a bitter retreat. The clock didn't stop, they just slowed to a crawl, to make sure I'd feel every inch of the fall. The world didn't end, it just turned into gray when you took the light and you walked away. I went to the market and bought food for two. A ghost in my habits, still looking for you. I almost asked which one, to the air by my side, then felt the old sting over my wounded pride. Every song on the radio has a jagged new end. Every promise we made is a broken down head. The bed is a desert, vast and uncut, and I'm just a scavenger left far behind. When you left, you took the color from the walls, you took the echo out of these empty halls. I felt the gravity shift beneath my feet as the years became me in a bitter retreat. The clocks didn't stop, they just slowed to a crawl, to make sure I'd feel every inch of the fall. The world didn't end, it just turned into gray when you took the light and you walked away. They say that time is a healer, a friend, but time is just a reminder of the end. It's the minutes I spent staring at the front door, knowing you won't be walking through it anymore. When you left, the birds stopped singing in the yard. When you left, staying alive became way too hard. I'm still standing here in the cold and the damp, a moth looking for a broken street lamp. Yeah, when you left, everything went. When you left, the pins out of peeled they summers ago, but I just kept brushing on layers of how you don't know. The door frame is warped and the windows won't shut, and I'm still standing here deep in the rut. I watch the light leave your eyes like a slow setting sun, and instead of walking, I try to make us run. I ignore the suitcases packed in your step, thinking if I stayed quiet, the ghost wouldn't be there. I stayed too long in a house that was burning, watching the wheels that were no longer turning. I tried to breathe life into lungs made of stone, terrified of the silence of being alone. I kept the table set for guests who'd already shadow attached to your feet, hoping the friction would give us some heat. But you were a traveler with a ticket in hand, and I was just trying to fence in the sand. I tasted the goodbye in every good night, but I stayed in the room and I turned out the light. I made a martyr of a heart that was tired, holding a match to a fuse already fired. I stayed too long in a house that was burning, watching the wheels that were no longer turning. I tried to breathe life into lungs made of stone, terrified of the silence of being alone. I kept the table set for a guest who'd already left, living a life that was nothing but death. The tragedy isn't that he moved on, it's that I was still sitting there long after you'd gone. There's a thin, fragile line between loyalty and fear, and I crossed it 1,000 times over the years. I thought I was brave for refusing to leave, but I was just too coward to finally believe that it was over. Now the dust has settled on my empty hands, and I'm finally leaving these hollowed out lands. A little bit older, a little more gray, regretting the years that I bartered away. I stayed too long, I stayed way too I check the passenger seat like I've done 1,000 times, but it's just a graveyard for loose change and empty rhymes. The map is still folded to that town we never reached, a silent testament to every promise that I breathed. I used to know the rhythm of your breathing, you're asleep. Now I'm drowning in a shallow pool of secrets that I keep. I didn't lose my keys or my mind on my way home. I lost the only heartbeat that made me feel less alone. Lost you in the details, lost you in the noise. I traded in our gold for a handful of broken toys. I thought you were a constant, like the moon or the tide, until I woke up to the vacuum you left on your side. It wasn't a landslide or a sudden sharp blue flame, just a slow, quiet fade until I couldn't say didn't just lose a lover, I lost the truth. I lost you. The grocery list still has that cereal you like, and I still see your silhouette every time I take a hike. I saw a girl at the station with your laugh and your gait, and for a second I forgot that I'm the master of my fate. I reached for my phone to tell you a joke I just heard, then remembered I'm a man who's lost his right to a word. I built a wall to protect us, but I built it too high, and I lost the view of the only person in my sky. Lost you in the details, lost you in the noise. I traded in our gold for a handful of broken toys. I thought you were a constant, like the moon or the tide, until I woke up to the vacuum you left on your side. It wasn't a landslide or a sudden sharp blue flame, just a slow, quiet fading until I couldn't say your name. I didn't just lose a lover, I lost the truth. I lost you. They say finders keepers, but what do losers get to hold? Just a handful of ashes and a story that's grown cold. I found my independence, I found my me again, but I give it all back just to be us back then. I lost you in the supermarket aisles. I lost you in the fake practice smile. I looked in the mirror and finally saw the cause. Everything I am is just a ghost of what I lost. Yeah, I lost you. Lost everything. The sound of footsteps, the sound of footsteps, walking away on gravel. The sound of footsteps, the sound of footsteps, the sound of footsteps, walking away on gravel. Found the letter you wrote, the one I never finished reading, tucked inside the shoebox where my vanity was bleeding. You said you felt like a ghost haunting your own hallway, and I just turned up the radio to drown out what you'd say. I spent my life chasing shadows, trying to build a throne, too busy counting pennies to see I was becoming stone. I had the sun in my hands, but I was looking for a spark. Now I'm just a man afraid of the quiet and the dark. And my biggest regret isn't the way that it ended, or the thousands of ways the way can't be mended. It's that I love you as I swallow to keep my pride fed, and the police day I choked on until the fire was dead. I let the best thing I had become who I used to be, because I was too blind to see you were the world to me. Yeah, my biggest regret is the man I chose to be. I remember that Tuesday, the sky was a bruised kind of purple. You were standing by the door, waiting for the cycle to circle. One word from me, one I'm sorry, that actually meant it. Could have stopped the wreck before the metal was dented. But I checked my watch and I made a joke about the time, treating your breaking heart like it was some petty crime. I watched the taillights fade like two dying embers in the snow, and I let my ego win while I let my heaven go. And my biggest regret isn't the way that it ended, or the thousands of ways that we can't be mended. It's that I love yous I swallowed to keep my pride fed, and the please stay I choked on until the fire was dead. I let the best thing I had become who I used to be, because I was too blind to see you were the world to me. And my biggest regret is the man I chose to be. Now I'm an expert on the things I should have said, replaying the tapes every night inside my bed. If regret was a currency, I'd be the richest man alive. But it's just a hollow weight that helps me barely survive. I miss the window, I miss the sun. I spent a lifetime drawing a line, and now I'm on the wrong side of it, alone with my biggest regret. Just me and my biggest regret. The winter didn't wait for the leaves to turn. It just came for the bridge that we worked so hard to burn. I'm still finding your hairpins in the cracks of the floor, like little iron anchors to a life I have no more. I bought the brand new wine that you always used to choose, just to taste a bit of vintage of everything I lose. Now the house is a museum where I'm the only guest, staring at the empty space where your head used to rest. And the moon is a witness with nothing to say as I watch the horizon bleed into the gray. I'm reaching for a phantom, I'm calling out a ghost, fighting for the person who used to love me most. sister's shadow in the window of a train. And for a heartbeat I forgot how to breathe through the pain. Do you ever see my face when you're closing your eyes? Or am I just a casualty of all our quiet lies? We were written in the water, we were carved into the sand. Now I'm just a stranger with an empty, aching hand. They say that time heals, but it's just a slow thief, building a cathedral out of nothing but grief. Was it something I said? Was it something I missed? Was it the ghost of a girl that you shouldn't have kissed? I go back to the start, to the rain and the sparks, before we were shattered and left in the dark. But the door's locked tight and the key's in the deep, and I've got a lifetime of promises to keep to myself. Now you're just a lost forever, the one that got away, the prayer I keep on whispering but never learn to pray. You're the map I cannot follow, the star that went dark, the cold quiet ash of a once blazing spark. I'm wandering the hallways of a dream that's gone cold, holding on to stories that will never be told. It's a long, lonely road when you're chasing a never. Goodbye to the light, goodbye to the lost forever. The lost forever. The ink has all dried, the ocean has turned with the pull of the tide. I'm still here, but you're nowhere. Just a name in the wind, just a lost